So I guess I don't listen to my own advice very well when I tell everybody to not get so worked up about the Mac Jones talk. Until I started spending a little time on social media yesterday and seeing reports from differing people. And the idea started coming into my head that what if they do pick him? What if it does happen? We have to start mentally preparing, I think, ourselves for that situation. And I'm not saying he's going to get picked. I don't want him to get picked. But I just started thinking about, like, what if it does happen? Do I have to, like, start mentally preparing myself for that situation so that I'm not as upset when it actually happens? You know, you have differing reports from different people that are reporters, and they're all saying from their own opinion they think that's who it is. We see Justin Fields, we see Trey Lance, and we see the athletic ability and the potential of what these guys could be with once they get drafted in the NFL and are being coached under Kyle Shanahan. The thing is that they need time in some of these guys, and they need work. And then you see all this Mac Jones talk about how he's accurate and he's got good footwork and all this other stuff, and you start thinking about, no matter what Kyle said at his press conference when they made the trade, you start thinking about what he said about, you know, he doesn't have a type, but he likes guys that can make things happen from the pocket. And you start thinking about his fascination with Kirk Cousins and all that. And then you look at Mac Jones, and he's pretty much one of those type of quarterbacks. And regardless of what Shanahan says, I think he does have a type. And I think he's stubborn, and I think he has an ego. The biggest issue for me isn't that they would pick him at 3. It's what they gave up to move to 3 for a guy that probably would have been there at 6 or 10, possibly. And that's the part that doesn't make much sense and makes me think it's not him. But at the same time, if it ends up being him, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. To give up the future in picks and give away that much for a guy that is the equivalent of maybe Jimmy Garoppolo without the injury history and who's a little bit younger is just, I don't know. It's mind-boggling. And I think that's why it's so frustrating for us fans to understand that. You figure if you move up to make a pick on a guy that has potential athleticism, but also can throw from the pocket as well. So we have a couple more days. I just want to put that out there. I'm sorry if I pissed you guys off and you unsubscribe from me, but I'm just telling you, you know, mentally prepare yourself for this to happen, just so if it ends up happening, you're not as mad. But at the same time, I don't want it to happen, and I'm with everybody. I want anything but him, but I just keep telling myself in my head, like, there's just no way. There's just no way. But Kyle has an ego, and that ego is what makes me think it could be. All I know is that ego is going to end up getting him fired in a couple of years if he ends up making that pick and it ends up failing. Because he's had 2 chances to do it. He had it the year with Mahomes and with Deshaun Watson, and he passed, and he ended up drafting C.J. Beathard in like the 3rd round, and that was a failure. So having the chance to do it all over again, and if you screw this up, if you screw the pooch on this one, then you deserve to be fired. So hopefully none of this happens. Hopefully I'm totally wrong, and we pick one of those 2 athletic guys, and we'll all be really happy. All right, guys, just thought I'd share that with you. Sorry if I depressed everybody. If anything drops that I should talk about, I'll let you guys know. But until then, I'll see everyone on the flip side. Bye, guys.